Federal government inaugurates National Biodiversity Implementation Committee strategy.
Effective implementation of the NBSAP requires more than a well-written strategy. It requires strong institutions.
Niger Delta Development Commission steps up efforts to boost agribusiness in Akwa Ibom State.
Niger Delta NDDC that I want to be the next fish magnet in my local government.
NTA Port Harcourt pledges commitment to partnering Federal Fire Service in stemming tide of fire outbreaks.
That will happen. So we need these things, this collaboration to tell people more about safety.
A very good evening to you and thanks for joining NTA Port Harcourt News at 7. I am Dibabari Siedomaweke and Juliet Wafo is the sign language translator. Transmission of the news can also be viewed on our social media platforms currently showing on your screen, like our page on our platforms to get updates of our news and programs. Be a patriotic citizen, as ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it, so obey the law. Welcome to the news. The federal government has inaugurated the implementation committees for Nigeria's revised National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan towards protecting the country's rich natural heritage and translate policy commitments into concrete actions. Charles Alpha reports.
This inauguration, held by many here, marks a major milestone in Nigeria's biodiversity journey and represents a national commitment to safeguarding forests, wildlife, wetlands, and ecosystems, as biodiversity remains central to livelihoods, food security, climate resilience, and cultural identity. Minister of Environment Balarabe Abbas Lawal, in a message delivered by the Director of Forestry, Halima Bawa-Buhari, emphasized that Nigeria's biological resources are under increasing pressure from habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. However, the revised National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan provides a national roadmap for addressing these challenges.
The effective implementation of the NBSAP requires more than a well-written strategy. It requires strong institutions, clear coordination mechanisms, sustained political support, and collective ownership across government, civil society, the private sector, development partners, and local communities.
The minister noted that the Inter-Ministerial Coordination and Technical Committee inaugurated will provide strategic direction, technical leadership, and accountability for the implementation.
These committees are designed to promote coherence across sectors, mobilize resources, track progress, and support evidence-based decision-making.
Together, we can build a future where biodiversity is not only protected but also harnessed for sustainable growth.
Setting up of the implementation committees is believed signals a shift from planning to action, with members tasked to coordinate efforts, monitor progress, and align biodiversity goals with national development priorities. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
The federal government livelihood improvement family enterprise project for the Niger Delta, in collaboration with the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC, is stepping up efforts to boost agribusiness in Akwa Ibom State. The team from NDDC and the project coordinating office are on an oversight function to incubation centers to assess the levels of achievements, compliance, and to provide solution to challenges. Jenny Bassett reports.
The Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprise Project for the Niger Delta, funded by the federal government, NDDC, and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, has led to a major capacity building program in Akwa Ibom State. This is one of the oil palm production center in Otu Ekemepo local government area, where incubatees are trained on oil palm processing, production, and nut cracking.
I really want to attain a higher level of expertise on this, because I can see that Lively, WootMD, and MDDC are the people that you can partner with reason. They promote intellectual human development.
The team also visited Ekpenyawatai in Esianodom local government area, where beneficiaries are trained on fish feed production and processing.
I promise Life India and Niger Delta NDDC that I want to be the next fish magnet in my local governments, in my states.
The team also visited Adiasemi Koresien in Esianodom local government area, where the NDDC team lead and Director of Fisheries NDDC Oreton Adebowale charged the beneficiaries to use the knowledge gained to drive sustainable agriculture in the state and beyond.
Which also is in line with the President Renew Hope agenda for job creation, food sufficiency, and sustainability in agriculture. Fishery is one part of agriculture. So we cannot continue to import fish where we have water all around us and fish can do well in our ponds. So that is why we've just engaged them, and the team is coming up well.
The Life ND program is the NDDC's primary agricultural program aimed at reducing rural poverty and boosting food security. Jenny Bassi, NTA News.
The rising cases of fire outbreak have continued to challenge relevant authorities to step up advocacy on safety precautions. This resonated at the courtesy visit by the new Federal Fire Service Controller to NTA Port Harcourt Network Center. Uche Chukwuwen has details.
The Controller, Federal Fire Service River State Command Obasi Ikenna, recently posted to the state and other officers, were received by the Zonal Director Interior Port Harcourt Network Center, Paul Ate, and his management staff. While appreciating the long-existing relationship between both establishments, the Controller explained that the devastating effect of most inferno is better imagined than experienced. He bemoaned the nonchalant attitude of some people over time on their safety, stressing that investigations show that incidences of frequent fire outbreaks are recorded within the dry season, mostly as a result of bush burning.
Public fire safety is not taken for granted. We will do everything we can within our level of influence, within our capacity, and with your media help to secure the River State.
The Zonal Director Interior Port Harcourt Network Center, Paul Ate, pledged to collaborate with the Federal Fire Service as part of NTA's social corporate responsibility by escalating information that will educate the public on safety measures.
Only pray it won't happen, but it will happen. So we need these things, this collaboration, to tell people more about safety, because the enlightenment and the awareness is not a day job, it's a continuous process.
This visit is part of the move by the Federal Fire Service towards re-emphasizing the fact that safety of lives and property is a collective responsibility. In Port Harcourt, Uchechukwu Owe, NTA News.
The federal government of Nigeria introduced the policy on reusable textbooks with the aim of reducing education costs and promoting sustainability in schools. Ijoma Ogweke, who visited some schools in Port Harcourt, reports that both government and private schools are yet to comply with this directive. Her report.
The policy on reusable textbooks, which mandates standardized durable textbooks designed to last between 4 to 6 years, allowing siblings to share and reuse them, prohibits bundling disposable workbooks with textbooks. This policy also introduces a uniformed academic calendar, promoting consistency in teaching and learning nationwide. Some parents and educators, while commending the ongoing reposition in the education sector, noted that the impact of this policy will significantly lower education expenses for parents and reduce waste
in the school system.
That you buy a textbook and the one coming after, that is the younger child coming the next year, you still have to buy another textbook. Now that the government is making it easy, that the textbooks can now be reused, you can see it helps to relieve the burden from parents, makes things easy. Because the elder ones will use the books and keep for the younger ones.
Nwelelu is the head teacher, State Primary School 1, Lumapara. She emphasized the importance of following the trend in terms of implementation, while also commending the federal government for the initiative. When there are changes, these textbooks need to be changed. So we mustn't remain in one or what author has written because of his experiences. There are many innovations and experiences that we need to inculcate in the lives of these children. So when such ones comes in, the textbook should be able to carry it so that the children will get it right. If I would suggest to government, is just to make these textbooks available for the children, like free textbooks to schools.
It is an interesting policy. If implemented, it will help the children in their academic performance and also to keep it after use for their younger ones.
As educators and families welcome the new policy on usable textbooks, which seems to reposition the education sector, it is expected that if well implemented, will improve the academic growth of children and as well ease the financial burden on families. In Port Harcourt, Ijomo Gweke, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Port Harcourt News at 7. There'll be more reports right after the break. Stay with us.
Welcome to Spring Park Hotel, a place where comfort meets true class. Enjoy luxury rooms, fine dining, and a peaceful atmosphere designed just for your relaxation. With active security personnel, 24 hours power supply, and free Wi-Fi, your stay is safe, connected, and always convenient. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Spring Park Hotel gives you that perfect blend of warmth and sophistication. Spring Park Hotel is located at Plot 8 Anglican Road, Umalogo, behind Royal House of Grace Church, Choba. For reservation, call 0802-942-3128. Follow us on Facebook at Spring Park Hotel or email springparkhotel2017@gmail.com. Spring Park Hotel, a feeling beyond words.
Stab Satan on the chest is to praise God. Anytime you are praising God, devil is crying. One of the major weapons the devil uses is distraction. You have a great destiny that will bring light. You must come on that attack. Because your destiny is carrying fruits that people want to block. When God wants to bless you, he allows some situation to come. I shall look unto the hill from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, of Abraham. Put your trust on him, not on pastor, not on chance, not on secret gods. He will disappoint you. Put your mind on God and he will give you perfect peace. You come under attack because of what God has for you. Nobody throws stone on an empty tree. It is the tree that has fruits that children throw stone on. If there's nothing exciting about you, you don't come under attack. So count it all joy when you are facing attack for his name's sake. But one thing you must have in mind, God can never abandon you. I don't know the problem you have entered here with. Today marks the end of that problem.
OBN, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Good morning. Today's weather will be sunny with a high of 31 degrees.
Alexa, music please.
Playing workout music.
Striving for mastery? You need speed, precision, and clarity of purpose. They all add up. Talent is not enough. You've got to prove that you're able to take advantage of unlimited opportunities when they come. And to do that, you need plenty of data. Scratch that. You need unlimited data. And there is no better provider of unlimited data
Access granted.
than your all-powerful Glow router.
Whether home or office, enjoy unlimited data on a Glow router. Dial *312#.
You know, I've got unlimited eyes.
Unlimited.
I'm still watching.
Welcome, sir. We need to look at this report.
What can we offer you?
Don't worry.
Huh? Mr. Chef, it's a two-finger crush. How's the beef and crayfish?
With Mr. Chef, a simple crush turns meals into culture and moments into memories.
This is the true taste of home.
Agriculture. Chef of life.
NTA Television College Rayfield Jos, a media hub with a pedigree of training professionals and non-professionals in the field of broadcasting and beyond, invites aspiring broadcasters, media enthusiasts and creative minds to register for our short courses for the first quarter of 2026. From the 2nd of February to the 13th of February 2026, the training will commence as follows. English grammar and pronunciation, 2 weeks. Basic presentation techniques, 2 weeks. Protocol and etiquette in an organization, 2 weeks. Basic drama techniques, 2 weeks. These courses are designed to equip participants with practical, market-ready skills, making them competitive in Nigeria's thriving media landscape. For registration details, course schedules, and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvcedu.ng or call these following numbers: 08033834343 or 08069809897. NTA Television College Rayfield Jos, your gate to media excellence. Announcer man.
Welcome back. The federal government's deregulation of the downstream sector has begun to yield positive results, with premium motor spirit witnessing a slight drop in price per litre. Osinachi Samuel, who spoke with some Port Harcourt residents, reports that the people say the impact is yet to fully reflect in the cost of transportation and some major commodities.
Fuel pump price may be dropping, but the impact on the street of Port Harcourt and in the markets is yet to be fully reflected. Although the federal government's deregulation of the downstream sector has led to a reduction in fuel pump price, traders and transporters say the relief is yet to trickle down. A visit to some stations indicates inconsistency in pricing, as the cost per litre ranges from between 780 to 860 naira.
We say that the price will be favorable to everybody. As you can see, the price is 800, but if you check our competitors out on this street, same first station, let me say Nellival, their price are 860. So the price varies because of what you buy and where you buy from. So when you come here, we sell it on there, and we're happy to sell it on, because when you come, we give you a good product.
At major markets and motor parks, traders and transporters say operating costs are still high.
The only thing that is cheap now is only gari. And glory be to God, the rice and the yam. But other things, no. You know, it's not the problem of the government, too. It's just the buyers. Because now when they buy, they say, it's because of transport. This is okay, like rice now. When I find out from North, now rice is 40 to 50,000. But when you come here, you say it's that kind 70, 80. They will say it's transport.
The fuel don't come down. They still collect a high price. To be even to my from here, from Port Harcourt to my village, we'll be able to. Before we collect from where to Rumokoro, 300. But now from here to Rumokoro now 600. Very high. And from Rumokoro to Elele, before it was 700, 600, but now it's 1,500.
Others blame fuel station operators, accusing them of inconsistent pricing and slow compliance with the new market reality.
One of the major challenges is those people that own the fueling stations. They are not keeping on to the government price. Government will instruct them to be selling certain amount of price, but they're not keeping to it. They will be changing their fuel meters from different price to different price.
As the people continue to adjust to the economic realities, many are calling for stricter monitoring of fuel prices and distribution to ensure that the benefits of the regulations are felt beyond pump price and across the economy. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Nigeria's cybercrime war has recorded a major victory as the Nigeria Police Force, through the National Cybercrime Center, dismantles a sophisticated telecom fraud network responsible for an estimated loss of over 7.7 billion naira. The syndicate illegally diverted a telecommunications company's airtime and data resources, exploiting digital systems in one of the largest cyber-enabled fraud cases uncovered in recent times. A statement by the force notes that the breakthrough followed a formal petition by the affected telecom company over suspicious activities within its billing and payment infrastructure. Police investigation revealed that staff login credentials were compromised, giving criminals unlawful access to core operational systems. This breach enabled the syndicate to manipulate airtime and data resources on a massive scale, quietly draining billions before the alarm was raised. After weeks of intelligence gathering and surveillance, coordinated operations were carried out in Kano and Katsina states with a follow-up arrest in the Federal Capital Territory. 6 suspects were arrested. Recovered assets include 2 houses in Kano, 2 mini plazas, GSM and laptop outlets with over 400 laptops, about 1,000 mobile phones and a Toyota RAV4, alongside large sums of money traced to the suspects' account. The suspects will be charged to court after investigations are concluded. And up next is business news.
President Bola Tinubu has unveiled a 10-year displaced by floods and other climate-related disasters. The initiative, known as the Climate Resilient Livelihoods Empowerment Program for Displaced Populations, was announced by the President in his opening address at a special event on climate-induced mobility held under Nigeria's chairmanship of the Rabat process. The event brought together global leaders and development partners to examine the links between the climate change. The federal government has earmarked over 13.12 billion naira for the procurement of arms, ammunition, and related equipment for Nigerian security agencies in the 2026 appropriation bills. Budget documents show that a total of 13,124,747,575 naira has been allocated across key security institutions for weapons acquisition and protective equipment. In addition, the Air Force is expected to spend 1.75 billion naira on the procurement of 2,000 AR. The Nigerian Immigration Service has been allocated 702.7 million naira for arms, ammunition, Wembling and ballistic protection equipment, while the Nigerian Police Force will receive 1.03 billion naira for arms, ammunition and protective gear. The Department of State Services is expected to spend 1 billion naira on arms and ammunition under the 2026 budget. Still on business news, media executives on Wednesday discussed the reverse seats for women bill, which is approaching a crucial vote in the National Assembly. The session, convened by TOS Foundation Africa, brought together editors-in-chief, senior editors, bureau chiefs, and other media professionals to review the current status of the legislation and recent developments in the legislative process. In her address, the head of TOS Foundation Africa and convener of the Reserved Seats for Women Bill campaign coalition, Osazu Igbonejo Oguchi, said the bill was rooted in citizens' engagement, stating that meaningful legislation cannot be crafted in isolation from the people it seeks to serve.
Finally on sports, let's join Bright Ebuchu for the latest in the world of sports.
CAF has imposed heavy sanctions on Senegal and Morocco following misconduct during the chaotic 2025 Africa Cup of Nations final in Rabat. Senegal coach Pape Bonatia was banned for 5 CAF matches and fined $100,000, while Liman Ndiaye and Ismail Assar received 2 match suspensions. The Senegalese FA was fined $615,000 for supporter misconduct and unsporting behavior. Morocco's Ashraf Hakimi received a 2-match ban, with 1 suspended for a year year, while Ismail Sabiri was handed a 3-match suspension and a $100,000 fine. The Moroccan FA was also fined $315,000 for ball boy misconduct, VAR interference, and the use of laser pointers. The final descended into controversy after a Senegal goal was ruled out and the VAR awarded Morocco a late penalty, prompting a brief walk-off by Senegal. Edouard Mendy saved the sport kick before Senegal clinched the title in extra time through Pape Gueye. CAF has since dismissed Morocco's protest, confirming the result. In the UEFA Europa League, RB Salzburg traveled to Aston Villa, aiming to spring a surprise and keep their knockout hopes alive. Real Betis and Feyenoord clash in a crucial final round encounter, with both sides needing maximum points. Already eliminated Rangers face Porto, who are pushing for a place in the last 16. And in tennis, Aryna Sabalenka will face Elina Rybakina in a big hitting Australian Open final after the world number 1 kept her cool to storm past Elina Svitolina and reach a 4th Melbourne showpiece in a row. 2-time winner Sabalenka overcame fluctuations in form and a hindrance call against her in the 4th game of the match to trash Svitolina 6-2, 6-3. For sports updates, Bright Ebuchu, NTA News.
And as NTA News at 7, but just before we go, a quick reminder that you can watch our news streaming live on our social media handles currently showing on your screen. Like our page on Facebook to get updates of our news and programs. And you can also watch all our news at NTA Port Harcourt on Star Times channel 103. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.